Hey guys, what's up and welcome back to Toe Tags Metal Reviews, and today we're giving you guys our final review of Exhibition of Prowess by Kublai TX. So we've been listening to this album non-stop for the entire week, and I'm going to throw the floor over to Vile Self. What did you think after a week of listening?
So, a week of listening to a super short album
23 minutes.
is a challenge. Okay, it's a challenge for any album, I think, no matter what band or what genre you're gonna listen to. Having a 23-minute long album on repeat is a challenge for sure. And I mean, this is a good album. Let me just say that it's got that face punching, like high energy, really like good. It'd be good concert music. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Good crowd pleasing, high energy, throwdown kind of stuff, which is what you want from a band like this. But that for me, for 23 minutes over and over again, got pretty tedious. And I feel like for me, the album, I kind of just got bored of it pretty fast. And I remember on our first impressions, I was saying something like, you know, I like all the songs, but none of them really standing out, or I can't really figure out what one I want to add to my playlist because they're all kind of the same. My goal through the week was to find something that stood out and something that really was like, this is the shining star. This is the pinnacle of this album. And I got a song, maybe two, that I'll mention that kind of stand out a bit, but they're still like, this album was like a flat line to me through the whole week. And that made it a little more difficult to get through, because sometimes even on a short album, if there's stuff that you're really looking forward to, then at least you have something there. It's like a little peak, right? Amongst this kind of flat plateau. And the song or songs, I'll mention two, that kind of did that for me, that I was kind of like looking forward to, were the opening track, Supreme Ruler. Just because it's just super fun, quick. I mean, it's 54 seconds long, but I made a note that the instruments don't even start until 7 seconds in, and the song kicks in at 12 seconds, meaning the actual song is 42 seconds, even though the track is 54 seconds. So it's short as fuck, but it just hits the right mark. It's to the point. It basically feels like a song that starts at the bridge and then has an outro, and that's it. That's kind of what it feels like to me. Like the rest of the song is missing. But still, fun song. The other song that grew on me a bit, and that I think is probably the best song on the album, is track number 6, Mud. And again, there's not many reasons for this. I just like one of the lines he says during the beginning. He says, "I spend my life trying to live right." I just like how that line comes out. I like how he says it. Just there's conviction in it, and I really like that. And there's also a stupid little thing at the end where the hi-hat switches from double time to half time during the outro, and I just really like that part. That part was like, you know, just felt good to me. Just nice little decision to do that there. The rest of it all kind of falls on the same level. Like I said, plateau, flatline, however you want to put it. But there's no real contour on this album, and it was hard for me to really get behind it and enjoy it a lot, other than in small doses. If I didn't listen to it for a while, like maybe a few hours or whatever, then put it on later in the night, I'd be like, okay, cool. But anytime I had any sort of repeat listens or listened to it for a bunch throughout the day, it felt tiresome, and it felt like I wasn't really getting a lot out of it, and it wasn't really giving me the satisfaction that I'm usually looking for when I'm listening to music. Some type of, what do you call, serotonin or whatever, something like that, where it's just, you get a little bit of chemicals in your brain going off like, yes, I like this. This album was kind of failing to do that for me. But on a surface level, I still think it's good. I think it's good to put on once in a while, and it's good for whatever, this or that. It's just the length is really, really tough. And I know it's kind of par for the course for the genre. That's what it is. But does it have to be like that? Probably not. Like, you look at a band like Hatebreed, which is similar in style, similar in everything, and they have longer songs. They have, their compositions are a little bit more fruitful, and I love Hatebreed. I can listen to Hatebreed a lot. Maybe I'm drawing an unfair comparison, I'm not sure, but I think they just need to beef up their songs a little bit more, and then they could have some absolute like real bangers that are actually memorable. That's my take.
It's really funny that you said Mud was like your super standout track among the rest, because I felt the opposite.
I wouldn't say super standout. It's like this is like a notch above the rest.
Either way,
they're all still pretty.
Mud didn't really do anything for me. Like
Wow.
it was a song that just kind of came and went, and I wouldn't really find anything in that. However, almost the rest of the album, lots of cool moments that
We
I
have
found.
opposite opinions.
We basically are just opposite. Though we both agree that Supreme Ruler is awesome.
Yeah,
I think
great opener. Good, yeah.
Amazing as an opener, amazing to open a show. You know what I mean? Like, it gets you so hyped and amped for what's to come. Like, yeah, let's go. And then you got Darwinism right afterwards with motherfucker, bang your fucking head.
I didn't like that.
I love that, because imagine that at a show. Like, yeah, let's go. Like,
At a show, that's what I'm saying. So at a show, he could do that as an ad lib, but having it on the album, I think is cringy. That's just my opinion.
I liked it. No, I loved it. I thought that was fun. Every time it happened, yeah, and then that groove that hits right afterwards. Super duper fun. I really like that. And to have Supreme Ruler amp you up for that, and then they basically break it down at the start of this song, lots of fun. I like that a lot. And then the breakdown of that song, die and get the fuck out of my face. Love that too. So fun. That song grew pretty quick. Like early on in the week, I'm like, oh yeah, this song is super sick. I still love Low Tech. I mean, we both enjoyed it when we reacted to it. That's still, one of the top tracks of the album for me.
One of our commenters said that song changed. I didn't go back and listen to it, but they said when the single dropped, it was heavier or something than when it was released on the album. I don't know if that's true or not, but somebody said that, yeah.
I guess we'll have to go take a look, I guess. I didn't notice. It was still the same cool track as I remember. But yeah, so, that one I enjoy as well. What are your thoughts on Theory of Mind? Because I know, like, that one we didn't react to. That one was the first single. And I know you said that was popular on, like, TikTok and stuff.
Because of the Monkey See Monkey Do part. Like,
yeah.
It's not the whole song, but just that intro. And yeah, just like basically your feelings on Mud is my feelings about every other track, essentially. How they just came and went, and I was like trying to really find something to grasp onto with these tracks, but I was coming up short. I couldn't think of it.
I mean, at first I was kind of like, yeah, Theory of Mind is fine. It's got the Monkey See Monkey Do. I guess that's fun, but whatever. But as I was listening to more, like, there's a part where he says, say my name, bitch. That was cool.
So you like all the swearing, all the angsty stuff.
Just the angry stuff. It's an angry album. Like, that's just what this is.
Yeah.
It's face punching, angry, perfect for the gym. Go knock a wall down. Like, that's just what it is, right?
Yeah.
That's the nature of the album. Another track that I kind of felt similar to Mud, but not exactly, because my feelings are different, are X. This track is like a non-interlude. And I say non-interlude because it's like another 50-second track or so. It's in the middle, but it kind of sounds like a song starts and then just ends before it starts.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like how you said that Supreme Ruler was like a bunch of whatever the song would have been is missing.
Yeah.
I feel like X is like, okay, we start the song, and then we just didn't make anything after that. It's just an intro to a song. And I'm like, if you remove this from the album, I don't think like much would have really changed, especially considering how short it is.
What if you put X at the beginning of Supreme Ruler and made more of a song just by combining those two tracks?
Maybe or
that
just
could've
kind
worked.
of tie them together in some way.
Yeah.
Maybe.
I don't know.
That being said, when it comes to, intro, interlude, whatever, Ant Pile 2 is the outro track, which is another like 50-second track. And it's kind of like a reprise of the second half of the original Ant Pile, which is the intro track for their album Nomad from 2017. And Ant Pile 2 grew on me a lot, surprisingly. I feel like it's a cool way to end the album, basically with just build up, breakdown, get out. That's it.
Just like pitch harmonics every 3 seconds.
It's just like end it with just this just out of context breakdown, just to finish it off. I'm like, I don't know. It's just felt cool to end it that way. So, obviously this album is shorter than I would have preferred. 23 is pretty short. And I found myself, like when I spun it a lot, like 3+ times in a row, okay, there's some fatigue there. I feel like that's kind of natural with a lot of albums.
Yeah.
It just hurts a little more when it's shorter. But I found myself like, okay, I take a break, and then I come back and I feel fresh again. I feel like, yeah, I'm digging this again. It didn't feel like I put it on again and just thought, there's nothing really here anymore. The novelty had kind of worn off, because it hadn't. I still felt myself having some fun, and there were tracks I was consistently looking forward to, like Low Tech, Supreme Ruler, Darwinism. There was a few like that. And I feel like for what this album is, the pacing's not bad. Like, you gotta consider that, this genre and this kind of thing is not gonna be some kind of crazy pacing roller coaster.
It's not.
That's just not what it is, right? You can't have that expectation, because this is not gonna happen.
No.
But, so it's balls to the wall and aggressive, and the way that you contour that, I feel like, is to have things rhythmically change. Have it, pound fist into the ground over and over, but do it in different ways. Maybe you'll pound with the knuckles, maybe it'll be a hammer fist, maybe you'll throw an elbow in there.
Do you find that they did that on this album? Because I didn't think they did. And if they did, for me, it wasn't enough. So maybe for you it was. If you could find it, I don't know.
I feel like in the first chunk and the last chunk they did. In the middle, it kind of falters on that a little bit.
Okay.
But the first few songs and the last few songs do a great job at that. I feel like there's some variety there for what the songs are actually doing.
Yeah. I mean, there's definitely variety. It's not the exact same stuff, but for me, it just wasn't kind of enough variety.
Yeah.
The variety wasn't, the differentiation between each one wasn't wide enough.
And I feel like, you mentioned, they could make songs longer and whatnot. Honestly, just add more. Just add a few more, add 4 more tracks, make it like a 14-track album, and have it be more of an average length.
That's
but But the tracks don't have to be longer. They could still be the average 3-ish minutes.
Yeah.
And then it works that way. Just have a few more tracks that'll stand out, of course, because you don't want it to just be filler, because then it's like, why is it there, right?
Exactly.
So if you can just, cook up a few more bangers, basically, and put that in the album, then that, kind of makes it a bigger experience that way.
Right.
But with the nature of the album and the genre, it being this quick thing is just what it is. And it didn't feel like it was overly short, because we've listened to plenty of short albums. Shorter than this, even.
Barely, though. This is the second shortest one, I think.
Yeah, it
is.
is.
Was what, Kim Dracula?
No, it was
Kim Dracula.
Dr. Acula.
Oh yeah, Dr. Acula, not Kim Dracula. Whatever, the names, I get them confused.
Same vampire.
Dr. Acula, yeah, that was 21 minutes, I think, or maybe
I think
22.
so. It was shorter than this.
That was super short.
But the thing is, though, it didn't, short albums, they pass by so quick. This one didn't feel like it passed by as quick as those. And I think it's because there were multiple songs that I was enjoying enough to be so into it that I know this well. I kind of savor that moment, right? Because when it's a bunch of songs that's not notable, the album flies, and you're just like, I'm at track 9 already?
That's what was happening to me with this one.
Yeah, that was not happening with me.
Anyways, let's rate the album. I guess I'll go first. Yeah, for me, I struggled a bit with this. I think it's a good album. I think it's got, some fun stuff in there. And I think listening to it once in a while is great. But as far as a review goes and any strong points it might have, I think it was lacking in that area quite considerably. So based on my scoring, it landed at a 4.
Well, for myself, I had a lot of fun with this album. I think for what it is and what it presents for the genre, it gives a lot of cool, memorable moments. You didn't see that, I did, and not everyone's gonna feel that way, right?
Right.
But for me, it had multiple points that were cool. I was looking forward to it consistently, especially for a 23-minute album. It's gonna get my toe tag.
Wow.
So a toe tag from me and a 4 from Vile's self. And that's all we got for you guys today. Remember to like the video if you liked it. Tell us what you think of this album in the comments 1 week after its release. And subscribe if you guys are new to the channel. I'm TV Fish.
I'm Vile's self.
See you guys later.